From the campus of Troy University, this is Trojan Vision Nightly News.
It promises to be a rainy weekend in the Troy area, but what about the potential for winter weather? I'll have all the details on the potential for snow in the Troy area coming up next in weather.
Welcome back, and now Sean Sporman joins us with weather.
So Sean, it looks like it's going to be pretty stormy tonight. Can we see this weather stick around for the weekend?
Yes, it's going to stick around for the weekend. We're going to see another round of potential severe weather tomorrow, and then we'll have a potentially different situation on Sunday where we could see some wintry precipitation in the mix. So it promises to be a very active weekend weather-wise. Now we're keeping an eye on this for very interesting weather on Sunday. A cold core upper low will come in behind the cold front and sweep down toward the south. If this track holds, and it has the potential of moving toward the north, but right now it's looking fairly good that this track will hold, bring moisture into much cooler air, and bring the potential for snow into our area. Right now, here's what it looks like. From just south of Pike County all the way through the north could see maybe a dusting, maybe a little bit more. The further north you go, the better chance of accumulations you will see. Now, it's not out of the question that some places in South Alabama could see maybe up a half inch or so, but mostly in central Alabama, places like Birmingham, Gadsden, and especially over here in parts of Georgia, we'll see the best chance of accumulation by the way it looks now. So Sunday promises to be a very interesting day. Be sure to keep an eye on that, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that closely. It's definitely the best potential really we've had for winter weather. Weather update or something?
Trojan Vision News at Noon is produced by the students of Troy University. From the campus of Troy University, this is Trojan Vision News at Noon.
Trojan Talk. Plus, the winter weather is back, but how long will it stay? Sean Sporman will be in to let you know after the break.
Watching the award-winning Trojan Vision News at Noon.
And now Sean Sporman joins us with weather. Now, Sean, it's very sunny outside, but it's also cold. What does this mean for the rest of the week?
Well, it's going to start off pretty cool this week, but by the end of the week, we could have it feeling more like spring. Again, like this weekend, we're going to have a lot of contrast in the forecast for the weather. And we'll take a look outside right now across the campus of Troy University. Before I get into today's forecast, I wanted to share some pictures taken not only by myself, but Troy students all across the city and across campus. This picture comes from Morgan Hooper. This is a picture taken of Sorority Hill as snow accumulated on the grassy areas on Sunday. This was part of the winter weather that really impacted all across the state. And you can see the snow definitely impacted on the grassy areas. And our next picture, well, look at that. It's our news anchor, Julissa Ellis, with her roommate, Lacey, out in the snow enjoying the classic fun of tasting the snow. And hopefully it tasted good. It was very exciting weather, especially for us snow fans. This is one of my own pictures from my backyard, my grandmother's porch swing. You can see a lot of the surfaces, especially the colder ones, did see snow accumulating, especially when the last heavy snow squall moved through our area in the early afternoon hours.
Well, the city of Troy, along with most of Alabama, saw a rare occurrence over the weekend in the form of a white wintry substance called snow. Most people dream of a white Christmas, but hey, a white spring break could work as well. Most of Alabama saw snow on Sunday, with areas such as Birmingham and Huntsville collecting the most. Trojan Vision's own weatherman Sean Sporman talks about how Troy got to see such a rare occurrence.
Well, we had severe weather Saturday, and then we had cold air move in. And after that cold air came in, we had a low pressure system move into that cold air. And that brought in moisture out of the Gulf, but since it was cold air, it fell in the form of snow. The Troy area received less than an inch. The official measurement at the Troy Municipal Airport was about half an inch. And then places toward the north got much more. Like outside of Birmingham, they got 5.5 inches.
Even though spring break is next week, the snow did not keep the spirits of Troy students down as they congregated all over campus to sled and take some pictures.
I'm telling you guys, it is so good to have snow here in Troy. I didn't think I'd ever see the day. Me and my boy Zach here, we were just talking about it, and it's pretty amazing. We've had fun. We've been sliding down hills and throwing snowballs, and it's just been great.
This is my first time seeing snow, so I don't know, I wanted to come play in it.
It was a weekend for fall, winter, spring, and summer, as Friday we saw temperatures in the 70s, Saturday in the 50s, and of course on Sunday, snow.
The official percentage at its highest was 70%. It's a very rare event for Troy, but like you said, it was rare, but the situation was just right with the low pressure system and everything. So it was a good setup for snow, one of the best Troy's had in years.
This is the first time Troy has seen a cumulative snow in 8 years. It was a wacky weather weekend as it went from 70 degrees on Friday to snow on Sunday. What can we expect to see this week? Sean Sporman will have your weekly forecast after the break.
After a wild weekend of weather, the skies have cleared across the campus of Troy University and the city of Troy, but cold temperatures are ahead tonight. I'll have all the details in weather coming up next.
And now Sean Sporman joins us with a look at weather.
So, Sean, obviously the hot topic around Troy is the snow that blew through yesterday, but I think people are ready for it to get back to sunny weather for spring break.
Well, it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen on spring break yet, but we are going to have sunny, calm weather and even warm temperatures. And even by Saturday, we might have highs, if you can believe this, in the 80s. But let's take a look outside right now across the campus of Troy University. The 80s aren't here yet, I'm afraid. We have clear skies and cold temperatures across the area, and those cold temperatures will stick around for at least the next couple of days. Now, let me show you those pictures that I'm talking about. The first one comes from one of our own reporters and production crew, Taylor Burke. He snapped this photo at Riddle Pace Field during the delayed baseball game, which you saw the story about just a few moments ago. And you can see, now in soccer, they have what is a high visibility ball for snow delays, but I'm afraid they didn't have this contingency for baseball, so as they said, they had to cancel the game. Now you saw them, they made a snowman there, but for my money, the snowman made by our own Mackenzie Hicks, named Charlie, was a much better snowman. You can see here she's out enjoying the snow. But if you're curious about what happened to Charlie, I heard that he was used as a snowball in a snowball fight just a few minutes later. And of course, you can bet your buttons that I was outside myself enjoying the snow while tracking it on the radar, keeping an eye on all the watches and warnings and so on. You can see here I am in the Arctic tundra of Goshen, Alabama, where we got some accumulating snow as well. Now looking at the total snowfall that happened across Alabama, what you can see here is again Troy area and places all the way down into Houston County received about an inch or less. The sweet spot was over here in Lee County. Some places around Auburn got up to 5 inches, and that sweet spot extended over from 3 to 5 inches all the way down to southern Jefferson County and Tuscaloosa County as well. And overall, the snow has not only fallen in Alabama, but it's stretched back in Mississippi and Tennessee, and all the way up the Carolinas and into the Northeast.
Woohoo! Snow!